Her Excellency, Madam Ruchira Ji, and all the dignitaries here in this august space of United Nations. You know, peace is not just absence of conflict. Peace is a reality that exists in our life, but it gets shrouded or covered many times through our conflicts and the clutter in our own mind. Inner peace is the key for outer peace. So, in the ancient Indian tradition, it said 3 times we say peace, peace, peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. 3 times it is said. That to indicate inner peace, the peace in society and peace in nature. So to comprehensively understand peace, we have to take a journey within. Few moments of silence, few moments of introspection can free us from the clutters of our own mind, of our own thoughts and emotional patterns. In conflict, we see it's the breakdown of communication and perceived threat from the other. What's happening today in the world? The conflict is, if you speak to either side of the conflicting parties, you will find they are right. You talk to one party and they will convince you why they have to be in war. It is for their self-defense, for their survival. And same will be from the other side as well. Here somewhere we are missing. What is that we are missing? The trust deficit. Lack of communication. And these 2 aspects can be handled when our mind is clear. Communication breaks down when we remain in our own little world and unwilling to see the other person's point of view. Better understanding has to be fostered in our society, and this can happen when the mind is free from stress. In all, I would say a violence-free society is possible when communication improves amongst ourselves and a sense of justice prevails. Again, for this to happen, there need to be sense of belongingness. Whenever there is sense of belongingness, all the little tiffs doesn't blow up into big conflicts. Yes, come. Come, please come. So while we talk about negotiations and coming to a common point of meeting, we need to bear in mind it's a state of mind which is absolutely essential to be focused on or attended to. Today, mental health is a very big issue around the world. The biggest challenge human society is facing is mental health. And that is causing so much rupture in families. Every 40 seconds, one person is committing suicide. If people were at peace, why would anybody commit suicide? And 2.9 mass shootings per day in this country on a daily basis is alarming. This makes us wonder, have we gone to a barbaric age? Where have we gone? Where have we gone wrong? Then it becomes so obvious we have not paid enough attention to mental health. We have not paid attention to the inner peace. We have not paid attention to enhance our communication skills. We all have the cell phone called our body, but we have failed to update the new software. And many wise people over the time are giving you notification, update your software. And we are not doing it. And we do it, and we are happy, we spread happiness around us. So, better communication. Second is, what can ease the tension is sense of humor. If India could, navigate through G20 and get a resolution passed by Honorable Prime Minister Modi, that says a lot, because there is a skill in managing all these conflicting forces and make them understand and get acquainted with a common vision and move through. So that was a Herculean task. Herculean task for members of G20, that when two big countries were absent. Why I'm quoting this is, there is no conflict that we cannot resolve by skillful communication and a broad mindset, that is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We are on one family. Hey, come on, wake up. In a family, it's not always rosy. There are thorns, there are disagreements, there are people yell at each other, but then we come back together. In the same way, emphasizing the unity among the diversity, among the differences, and seeing the common point can only happen when an emphasis is given to inner peace. Peace cultivates patience, and patience is necessary in any communication. Then, skill in communication is again that only a calm and serene mind can conceive of. If we are stressed, if we are in a hurry, if we are not composed, then we should forget that we will be skillful. We will be more impulsive, and whatever we say out of impulsive mindset ends up in some sort of disaster sooner or later. So having said this, I would say we also need to cultivate peace with the nature around us. That's caring for environment and attending to environment and synchronizing our development with protection of nature. Sustainable development, to say in short, is absolutely essential. So with these broader pictures, we can move on for a better society, a society which is more peaceful and much more happier. As I said, peace is a foundation for prosperity. If you have visited Colombia before 2015, and if you have visited it now, you will find a sea of difference. Because the peace came to Colombia and then prosperity started coming. In India also, if you had visited Jharkhand or Chhattisgarh or even Bihar before 2000, and you visit now, you find a big difference. When thousands of Naxalites, they laid down their arms, the development became better. Same with Assam, where many misguided youths took to violence, but when they came to term with peace, the progress happened. Business started flourishing. It's so obvious. Nobody wants to do business. Today in Kashmir, you see, there is prosperity and there is peace. They go hand in hand. People can walk around fearlessly. A big difference has happened in Kashmir. So time and again we need to revisit the laws. Why I'm saying this, women did not have that freedom in Kashmir. They didn't have, if they married someone outside the state, they would lose all the rights to the property. And the poor and downtrodden people had no reservation policy, no affirmation policies there when the 370 was in rule. Just a few families were taking benefit of it. But now, the story is completely different. There is a big change the way people see it. So, we need to think about various aspects of society to bring that inner peace and justice. Again here, peace is not just accepting injustice. And restlessness is not dynamism. Peace is not complacency. Peace is not just being complacent, and restlessness is not dynamism. We can be peaceful and be dynamic. That is something that we need to nurture. And Mission India has taken up this, and India has stood for this from centuries. Not complacence, but peace with dynamism. The greatest of the scriptures in India, the Bhagavad Gita, talks about peace, but it was taught in the battlefield. When I went to Iraq to teach meditation, people asked me, why do you go there? Then there is so much conflict there, there is problem and there is bomb blast every day there. And you want to go and teach meditation there? I said, that's where meditation is more relevant. So we went to, we had our Art of Living Center very next to Red Cross building. When Red Cross building was bombed, I was talking about 2001 and so. When it was bombed, people asked me, I asked our people, will you come back or you must be scared, volunteer. They said, no, this is when people need us more. We have to be here. And they were attending to 700 patients per day, talking to them and giving them counseling, teaching them meditation. So peace has more relevance when there is conflict. And I don't think any other age is more relevant for peace than today, because we have plenty of conflicts from north to south, east to west. So we all have to work towards that. We all have to work. Each one of us can be a lighthouse of peace. And it's peace that can bring prosperity and celebration in life. So, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the whole world is one family. When we go with this vision, we will make sure peace prevails over hatred. Peace prevails over conflict. And peace is our very nature that comes into play. I would like to mention finally one more point, that is, you see, in peace, we must see that the positive mindset people become a little more active. People who love peace, they are very peaceful. They are not so active. And those with a negative mindset, they seem to be doing overtime. They're a little extra active. So somewhere we need to switch this around. Today that is most needed. We need to bring that inner peace, inner calmness, a violence-free